first tattoo. This one is BOE tattoo right there, if you can see that. Means brothers over, you know, everything. And my best friend, shout out to Alec Jones. And my other best friend, Luke, is supposed to get this tattoo as well, but he ain't gotten it yet. But we got that years ago. And yeah, it just means brothers over everything. And I just, shout out to everybody back home. Just all my bros and the ones that are still here with us and the ones that aren't, you know, it's just put them over everything. They need help, you know, I'll show them love. Yeah, man, so brothers over everything, I got that one. So like, I love the red ink. And that's just one thing, I just love adding color to it. And I put Savage right here on my wrist. And that's just what a lot of the, you know, colonizers used to call Native Americans back then, was savages. And, you know, like I said, I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I wouldn't say I'm a savage, but I'm also a savage on the court. That's kind of like how I like to move. And that's why I did that one. And I also put sacrifice in red along with the missing, murdered indigenous women. And it's not just women, it's just indigenous people who go missing around the country. And that's just showing homage to all the ones that, you know, have gone missing over the years. So that one was cool. And this one with the little zebra print is kind of like a tribute to my sister who passed away back in 2013. Her name is Letitia. And I put the LMJ right there. And also, like, Letitia and my mom they were like this. So Letitia and my mom were like that, and I put my mom's Indian name kind of right in between, and it molded it a little bit, and that's pronounced Seswichab, like that, Seswichab. I put her birthday, Roman numerals, it's kind of random, you know, but threw that in there. And this was one of my first tattoos after the BOE, and this one says, respect the past, create the future. And it was cool because, like, I'm a believer in, like, oh, God, you know, does things for a reason, you know what I mean? So I wouldn't say I put this there knowing I was gonna leave Washington, but that's where I started, and that's my home, and I respect the past, and I'm creating the future right now. So, And then when it goes all the way up here, I start getting a little more creative. So I started getting a little more creative and more, I would say, more realistic. And my favorite animal is an eagle back home, not just because I'm American, but, you know, just I grew up on an Indian reservation. We collect eagle feathers, you know, we respect the eagle more than what you would think. You know, it's definitely illegal to even own one back home. But, you know, back home, like when somebody passes away or you're just missing somebody, normally an eagle will fly around at that exact moment, you know, so, and it's you know, pretty spiritual to us, and also my favorite animal. This is our local city, Washington, in Washington, Seattle. So I grew up like 40 minutes north of Washington. Also played for Seattle Rotary. Shout out Seattle Rotary. You know, that one's just cool. It's my dad lives out there, my grandmother, you know, my uncle, they all live in Seattle. And we got a church out in Seattle called Greater Glory. That's part of my family out there on the Townsend side. So yeah, got a lot of love and family out in Seattle. This one is like a nickname I got back home because, you know, I grew up on the reservation. Instead of calling me Ray, one of my older cousins, Bryce, so they call me RaeQuan. And that was, I guess it just stuck with me. You know, back in high school, people would just call me Rez during the seasons and stuff like that. And the stars are my brothers. These little 5 check marks are also part of my brothers. This is where I got creative and just added a little, you know, background to it. And that's in my wrist as well. I'm gonna add more around my body. And this side right here is our casino. So for the ones who don't know, when it comes to the reservation, when the government pushed all the Native Americans on the reservation, they gave us the right to own casinos and gamble on our land. So most reservations will have a casino of a sort that have their name on it, and ours is the Tulalip Resort Casino, and it's a pretty known casino up in the Pacific Northwest. Successful when it comes to certain things, and yeah, I slapped that right there, and I saw a Vegas theme tattoo, and I was like, hey, our hotel's like Vegas too, so you know what I mean, I like it. This one is just an art piece. This one hurt the most, for sure. Art piece for, what do you call it? There's a light in our administration building on the reservation that I've always kind of liked. I looked at it, and because it's going up to my mom's job every time I walk up the stairs. And I've just been looking for a real cool cultural piece to put on my body for my shin. And it was the perfect shape of my shin. So I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna just throw that there and see what it looks like. And it turned out pretty well. And this one's just a little battle with some daggers going through it. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. One of my grandmother's favorite scriptures right there. And if you don't know, that's Proverbs 3:5. And yeah, I'm gonna finish with this last one because this one, like, it hurts a lot to really talk about most of the time. This was like, this is my brother, man. This is my brother. This whole thing right here is my brother. He passed away in 2022. A lot of things is drugs are heavy on the reservation, and not just the reservation, anywhere around the world. If you got anybody that's going through stuff and dealing with any drugs or any mental issues, please just reach out to them. You know, you don't know what they're going through, and it's just, it would mean the world to them, and not just to them, to their families, and because we all miss them. I miss him, and I'm sure he misses us. So everyone needs help in any way. But this is for my brother Junior. Rest in peace. Me and him shared the same football team before they changed over to LA, to the LA Chargers. In one of his posts when we both graduated high school, it says, "I am my brother's keeper," and he put hashtag B4L. And with this one, I kind of had the blood dripping down for just the blood that was lost. And yeah, he's watching over me right now. So.